Hello guys, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for coming. Support me by subscribing to this channel and give a like to this video you are watching. Okay, so in biology paper 2, we are going to revise a question under genetics. Okay, so this question is adapted from a 2009 biology past paper 2 question paper. Okay, so without wasting much of the time, I'll read the statement above and we are going to give the answers to these given questions. Okay, so the statement above reads, hemophilia is an example of a sex-linked inherited disease arising from a blood disorder. Hemophilia is an example of a sex-linked inherited disease arising from a blood disorder. Okay, so the first question is asking to say, what is a sex-linked characteristic? What is a sex-linked characteristic? Okay, so sex-linked characteristics are characteristics that are determined by the XY chromosomes. Sex-linked characteristics are characteristics that are determined by the XY chromosomes. Okay, and these sex-linked characteristics are more common in males as compared to females. Why? Let us answer question 2. So question 2 is asking to say, explain why males are more likely to suffer from sex-linked diseases than females. Explain why males are more likely to suffer from sex-linked diseases than females. Okay. So it is due to a piece of genetic material missing on the Y chromosome that most recessive diseases will show in males as compared to females. Okay, so due to a piece of genetic material missing on the Y chromosome, most recessive diseases will show in males as compared to females. Okay, so this is why you will find that a male will never be a carrier of a sex-linked characteristic. Why? It is because of this Y chromosome. Okay, so a male has these chromosomes, the XY chromosomes. Okay, so it is because of the Y chromosome that these sex-linked characteristics are more common in males as compared to females. Okay, so males who have only a single copy of the Y chromosome are more likely to be affected to these sex-linked characteristics as compared to females who have two copies of the X chromosomes. Okay, so females have the XX chromosomes in their sex in their gametes. Okay, let us proceed to answering question B. Okay, so question B, the statement here is saying, color blindness is another sex-linked disease. Color blindness is another sex-linked disease. Using a genetic diagram, show the chances of having a color-blind child from a couple made up of a normal male parent and a carrier female parent. Using a genetic diagram, show the chances of having a color-blind child from a couple made up of a normal male parent and a carrier female parent. Okay, use the symbols x to the power capital letter R and x to the small letter r. Okay, so let us first of all determine the genotypes we are going to use. Okay, so for the male parent, we are going to use this genotype X. Since the male parent was normal, so we are going to put this capital letter R on top of this as a power and a Y. Okay, so this is the genotype for a male parent. Let us also determine the genotype of the female parent. Okay, so the female parent was a carrier. Okay, so a carrier, we are going to write it as, okay, X to the power capital letter R and another X to the power small letter R, to show that this female parent is a carrier. Okay, so you should also note that a carrier is normal, but it just means that if a person is a carrier, that person just carries a particular disease in him, but it does not even show that he has the disease. Okay, so these are the genotypes we are going to use. Okay, let us look at this diagram. Okay, so writing a cross diagram, you should follow what I've done here. Okay, so you first will begin by writing what we call a skeleton of genetics. Okay, so this is a skeleton of genetics. Okay, I know it is different in some books, but not that much different. Okay, so you first will begin by writing the parental phenotype. You write the parental phenotype. So phenotype is the observable feature or appearance of the organism. You just describe how that organism is looking like. Okay, so phenotype is the observable feature or appearance of the organism. Okay, so after writing parental phenotype, you can write parental genotype. Okay, parental genotype. Okay, so genotype is the symbolic statement about the genes contained by an organism for a certain characteristic. Okay, so what to put on genotype? You just write the symbols. Okay, you describe in symbols. Okay, after writing the parental genotype, you can write the gametes. The gametes are sex cells. Okay, so you write the gametes. You leave a space. You will be writing on a plain paper, so you leave a small space and write random fertilization. You again leave a space and write F1 generation genotype. Okay, after F1 generation genotype, you lastly write the F1 generation phenotype. Okay, now let us put the information in these respective points we have illustrated here. Okay, so on parental phenotype, so you describe the parent. We are told that the parent was normal for this color blindness. Okay, so you can just write normal male crossed with the female parent was a carrier, so you can just write carrier female. Okay, you just shorten it. Okay, on the parental genotype, you write the genes for the male parent. Okay, so it's X to the capital letter R. Okay, on top there you put R on top of X, and the Y chromosome you write it. On carrier female, you write X to the power capital letter R, another X to the power small letter R. Okay, on gametes, you just use a pencil and separate the two chromosomes. Okay, so you write these two chromosomes separately. So you even circle them. Okay, you even circle them. Okay, now the time of crossing has come. So here you just begin with the first allele. The first allele or the first chromosome here, you cross it with the first allele to the carrier female. If you want, you can be writing the results you've obtained. You write the results here. And again, the first allele must be crossed with the second allele to the carrier female. Okay, you also write the result. The second allele to the normal male must be crossed with the first allele to the carrier female. Okay, you also write the result. Lastly, the second allele to the normal male parent must also be crossed with the second allele to the carrier female. Okay, now let us describe here on F1 generation phenotype. Okay, so this genotype, which is x to the power capital letter R, x to the power capital letter R, describes that this offspring is a normal female. Okay, x to the power capital letter R, x to the power small letter r is a carrier female. X to the power R and the Y chromosome shows that this offspring is a normal male. Okay, and X to the power small letter r and the Y chromosome shows that this male offspring was diseased. Okay, so now the question was asking to say, show the chances of having a colorblind child from a couple made up of a normal male parent and a carrier female parent. So we should show the chances of having a colorblind child. Okay, so this offspring at the end shows that this male offspring was diseased. Okay, so the chances of having a colorblind child is just 1/4. Okay, so you count the total number of offsprings here are 4, so you just write 1/4 to show that only one offspring is colorblind. Okay, so you may also need to know what colorblindness is. So colorblindness, which is also referred to as red-green colorblindness, is a condition whereby a person is unable to distinguish red color from green color. Okay, a condition whereby a person is unable to distinguish red color from green color. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe, share, and like.